What's up, guys? My name is Hannah Kopen. I am an empowerment and body confidence coach, and I'm coming at you from Chicago, Illinois today, my home, to talk to you all about satisfaction and surrender and control, honestly. When my clients especially come to me, they are usually in a battle between control and just wanting so badly to feel normal or to feel at ease or to feel at peace with themselves, with their bodies, with their food, with their health, with their life. But there is such an ingrained need to control the things around them, to control and to obsess and to feel anxious about, and to feel like you need to constantly be upholding this outward perception of perfection. And it creates this habit loop, this negative habit loop of anxiety, of fear of not being perfect, and of feeling like a failure. This is not a fun feeling to feel throughout your day, throughout your weeks, throughout your months, throughout your years, throughout your life. I have felt what that felt like for years. I was a dancer, I was a singer, I was an actress, and there are so many times as an actor that you are put on the stage or you're put in front of a camera or you're put on screen where you feel like you need to be perfect. At least I did. And that really made me feel like I was constantly criticizing my ability to either perform, sing, act, behave, or look perfect. And if I didn't, I felt like a failure. And this is so relatable because every single one of my clients that I've worked with has felt this at least once in their life, and it's really impacted them. And so I want to come to you today to just chat with you about this little thing that I like to call surrendering. Surrendering yourself to the outcomes that you cannot control. Surrendering and letting go. And what it feels like to actually be and finally feel satisfied. Satisfied in your life. What it feels like to be satisfied in your career, what it feels like to be satisfied with the food on your plate, with the body that you've been given, and with the activities that you do with your life, with the wealth that you create for yourself, with the abundance that you create for your life and your environment and your friends, and with the joy and the happiness that you allow into your life, with gratitude and ease and grace. So, the question is, will you ever be satisfied? That's on top of a lot of my clients' minds. That's on top of a lot of people's minds. Will you ever be satisfied? Right? That's even like an amazing song lyric by Lin-Manuel Miranda in Hamilton. Right? The main character, Alexander Hamilton, is never completely satisfied. He's always hungry for more. He's always hungry for more success, more love, more desire, more appreciation, more, right? And unfortunately, if you constantly are hungry for more, you're never actually living in the present, being able to be grateful for what you have or what you've accomplished thus far, or what you've done, or what you are surrounding yourself with. You're always looking into the future, and you're always asking and seeing what else is out there. And that's not allowing your body and your mind and your heart to feel aligned and to feel present in what you have right now and what you have built around you. And that feeling creates a void in our lives, creates a void in our hearts, and makes us feel like we're always missing something. right? That's actually where the fear of missing out, or the term FOMO, comes from, because we're always hungry for the next best thing rather than accepting what we have and being grateful for it. See the difference? One is living in anxiety and fear that you're not getting the best thing that's out there, and the other is living in contentment and joy and gratitude because you're in the present and you're grateful for what you do have. Which do you want to live by? Which principle would you like to live your life by? What do you value? Do you want to be content and at peace with your life and feel the joy of every moment and feel gratitude for everything in your life? Or do you want to constantly be searching and seeking for the next best thing and looking at the future and seeing what else is out there and never fully being satisfied? It'd be great for you to answer that for yourself, to get to know yourself and your deepest desires and where your heart truly lies. Because then you'll know how to act accordingly. So the question that I get a lot is, will I ever be satisfied? Will I ever be satisfied? Some of this pertains to food and nutrition. Sometimes it pertains to sex and lust and love and partnership. Sometimes it pertains to wealth and accomplishment and success and career goals. Whatever it means for you is what I want you to focus on right now. So my answer to that is yes, there will be a moment that you will finally be satisfied. There will be a moment where you're not only full or simply don't want any more or don't need the need for more anymore, but there also comes a moment when you're not grasping anymore. You're not grasping for it. So when does satisfaction happen? Satisfaction only happens to those who let go of the need to control. Satisfaction only happens to those who fully allow themselves to surrender to what is and what will be. Satisfaction truly happens, whether that's in wealth, health, career, love, partnership, spirituality. You can apply this to everything in your life. Sometimes we're not satisfied in any of those areas. Sometimes we're satisfied in some of those areas and not in others. Pay attention to the ones where you're not satisfied and see where in your life you can surrender. Where in your life you can let go to the outcome. You can surrender yourself to what will be and let go of the constant judgment of your choices, of your thoughts, of your body, of your image. Let go of your food needing to look a certain way. Let go of your body needing to be shaped a certain way or to weigh a certain weight. Let go of your definition of success, meaning only a number in the bank. Right? As long as we live in this constant feeling of critique and judgment and perfection, as long as we live in this desperate need to control, we will always feel utterly unsatisfied. So one of the things that's so important to remember is that life gets easier once we let go to the outcome, once we let go to the preconceived notion of what we think it should be, right? So for example, if I think that I should be a certain weight, or I should look a certain way in clothing, or I should have this type of appearance or type of body, then I'm never going to be fully content or at peace until I reach that. right? Well, sometimes and quite often, those goals that we set for ourselves are not attainable for our unique body chemistry, our unique skill set, our unique ability, capability, or levels of success, or levels of depth in emotional intelligence, personal development, relationships, and so on and so forth. So to get a little bit more specific, I'm going to just take this wider concept and create a scenario of what this might look like when we're talking about nutrition and food. I might want to control my food intake, my calorie intake, in order to reach a certain size or a certain number on the scale. This is just an example. So I might think and have the ingrained idea that in order to be a certain number on the scale, that will equal to me perfection, lovability, worthiness, success, love, happiness. And if I don't reach that number, all of that goes away. I don't have any of those things. I'm not successful. I'm not worthy. I'm not sexy. I'm not attractive. I won't have the love that I desire in my life, and I won't have success or happiness or joy. That might make me want to control the food that I eat. That might make me want to control my food in an obsessive way. And it might make me unhappy in doing so. Because, like we've talked about before, if you're starving your body, your brain is constantly in starvation mode, which is not a happy place for your brain to live. So on the contrary, on the flip side, if you don't have that preconceived idea of that number on the scale being the only thing that will give you success, if this number, then success, happiness, then love, then attraction, then desire, then all your dreams come true. If you erase that equation, because it's a false equation anyway, and you just live in the moment, you just feel what it feels like to live in contentment, you act now from a place of worthiness. You don't wait until the number reaches that number, because you might never get there. And that's okay. Not all bodies are meant to be all numbers on the scale. God, wouldn't that be crazy? Not all bodies are meant to be the same. Even if you gave every single body in the world the same diet, the same nutrition plan, the same workout, the same exercises to do every day, they would all still look wildly different. So instead of making that equation be the only equation for your happiness, try to erase that equation, throw it out the window, and instead be grateful for what you do have, for what you have accomplished, for the body that you get to live in right now in this moment. And that gratitude will show up in ways in your life, such as it will allow you to let go of control, to let go of obsession, to let go of anxiety, of never having enough, of not feeling good enough, of not feeling worthy enough, of not feeling beautiful, because you will just be. And in just being, you will finally be able to see the beauty of what that really means and feels like for you. So instead of controlling and obsessing, try to let go of what we think it should be. And once you do that, once you do let go, that satiation finds us. We will finally be content and happy and live in joy and freedom of what we do have and what we can control. I hope this was helpful. This was a very big concept for me to grasp when I was in the throes of my obsession, my overwhelm, my feeling like I needed to have this number in the bank in order to be successful. I needed to have this number on the scale in order to be happy, in order to feel sexy. And I needed to fit this size clothing in order to feel worthy. You notice that all of those things that I thought I once needed to have all were based around a number? So I urge you, I encourage you to eliminate numbers from your goals, from your desires, and tune into what does it feel like in your body to feel worthy, to feel successful, to feel loved, to feel desired, to feel attracted. What does it feel like? Go from a place of attunement and intuition and feeling and emotion rather than a number and a strict this or that. This equals good, that equals bad. No, none of that. Instead, focus on feeling worthy. You don't have to wait till you reach a certain thing or till you do a certain thing in order to feel worthy. You can actually just feel worthy right now. You can train your brain to just feel worthy right now. In the moment, decide to do it and do it. Make a commitment to yourself that I'm going to wake up and today I'm going to feel worthy of everything that I desire. And then act from a place of worthiness and watch the magic happen. Your life becomes aligned when you act from a place of worthiness without having to control, without having a need to change everything and change all the things that you cannot even change. That just makes you spin out and it gives you overwhelm and anxiety and fear and doubt. Instead, erase all that. Just be, sit, breathe in, decide, feel, and act from a place of love, gratitude, grace, and worthiness. I can't wait to see what's in store for you. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Share this video with someone that you love if you thought this was something that they needed to hear today. And message me on Instagram at hannahkopen.co if you would like to get in touch and have a conversation about this. I love it when people contact me and ask me questions. I'm always open to answering them on Instagram. So contact me below or contact me at hannahkopen.co on Instagram. I'll see you later.